Hello there, fandoms of the world. My name is the Geek Theorist, and welcome to our first live showdown. I wouldn't exactly call it a Let's Play, but it's the first time we're going to be playing some games here on the channel, I guess. For those of you who don't know, this is Pokemon Showdown, which is basically a website where you can go and have Pokemon battles. You can build teams, have battles, and you don't have to train up all the Pokemon. It's not as obviously it's not the long arduous process that it usually is when it comes to Pokemon to raise these different Pokemon. So basically, since it's Thanksgiving, I wanted to do something kind of light, not as much work as a full theory or countdown video or something like that. So we're going to be playing some Pokemon Showdown, and it's exciting because if you aren't aware, and I mean most of you probably are, Gen 7 Pokemon Sun and Moon, it just came out a couple weeks ago, a week ago or whatnot, and I've been playing it and pretty excited because this is actually, in addition to my first video for Showdown, it's my first time playing since Pokemon Sun and Moon came out. So you guys are going to be experiencing this just as new as I am. I did play a couple battles to test this team out prior to filming this, just like 2 or 3 battles, and just to make sure that it wasn't completely terrible and wasn't going to lose every single battle. But everything worked out, so other than that, this is going to be fresh and new for you guys and for me. So let's take a look at the team here. This is our Thanksgiving theme team because I wanted to do something a little fun for the holiday. So here you see the turkey, our Tapu Koko, because I don't know, he's like a chicken, something like that, some kind of bird. It's a stretch, but whatever. This is the turkey. He's our Tapu Koko. He's going to be rocking out with the Life Orb, Electric Surge, obviously, the ability, just some strong offensive moves, Thunder, Dazzling Gleam, primary stabs, Volt Switch to get out of there, and HP Ice because it just hits ground types and a couple other things pretty well. So that's pretty basic stuff there. Here we have the mashed potatoes, Palossand, holding those leftovers with Water Compaction as the ability, rocking out with Shadow Ball, Earth Power, Giga Drain, and Rock Polish, just in case I want to get the chance to boost his speed just a little bit. Pretty basic stuff there with 252 HP, 252 special attack with a nice and modest nature. Then we have the stuffing, our Pyukumuku, rocking out with the leftovers with the ability innards out. Obviously that's where the stuffing thing comes from, because you get those innards out, the stuffing, if you will. He's rocking out with Recover, Curse, Baton Pass, and Toxic, basically just trying to pass some curses into some Pokemon you'll see later on, or just set up a Toxic and start recovering to wear something down. The EVs are a little spread out, just to make mixed defenses, so basically he's just a mixed defensive, can take hits from pretty much anything. Then we have the corn, our Guzzlord, because he has got some corn stuck in his teeth there, if you can't see. He's got the Assault Vest on because I wanted him to be able to take hits. He can actually take hits on both sides because we're making use of that very high HP stat, because I gave 252 in defense, 252 EVs, then plus the Assault Vest will 1.5 times to his special defense, so he can take hits on both sides. Obviously rocking Beast Boost with Dark Pulse, Draco Meteor as his stabs, and then Fire Blast and Sludge Wave just for a little bit of coverage. Moving on, we have the Cranberries, our Serena, with the Choice Band and Queenly Majesty. Not going to be taking any of those priority hits. We're rolling with High Jump Kick, Play Rough, U-Turn, and the Heavy Drop Kick. And then pretty much just want to be able to take a hit and deal out some damage, so 252 HP, 252 attack, and I did give a positive speed nature just to outspeed a couple of the slower threats in the tier. Finally, we have ate too much. You know, he is a little bit sleepy, a little bit tired after he ate quite a bit at our Thanksgiving dinner. The Snorlax with the leftovers and thick fat to take those fire and ice type hits. Also rocking out with Curse, as well as Crunch and Earthquake for some coverage, and Body Slam to deal out the big stab damage. Now, I know I'm rocking out with Curse here, but I would also, if things work out, be passing some curses from the stuffing to ate too much right here, or potentially to the cranberries. So we're going to see how that works. I didn't get the chance to use that in any of the battles that I've done so far, but I want to see if it's going to work out. So that's the team, our Thanksgiving themed team, and we're going to head right into a battle. So I'll see you then. So we've got our battle right here. Let me do that real quick. So we got our battle right here. Looks like a pretty... Looks kind of basic. Just wanted to use some Gen 7 Mons. I don't think it looks too threatening. I'm not sure what the lead might be. It's possible that it's... Honestly, I don't know. We're just going to lead right off with the Turkey because if possible, we can just Volt Switch on out of there if we're in danger. And I don't really know what Decidueye wants to do, so I think we are just going to Volt Switch out of there. Not sure what my opponent's going to do. Now, like I said, this is my first time in Gen 7. You guys are right here with me for the first time. I'm going to hit the timer. You guys are right here with me, so I'm not all that familiar with all of the sets. Okay, that did decent damage. So you'll have to excuse me if I'm not 100% sure what everyone's going to try to do, but I think it's pretty safe to go into the corn right now because it can take a hit and dish out a Crunch if needed. Yeah, that did 0. That did literally 0. Okay, honestly, I'm predicting... This hits this as well. He's probably predicting me to go for the Dark Pulse, which he might go into the Alolan Ninetales, possibly Komodo. I think it's just best to go for a Fire Blast here, because it hits Decidueye and takes it out, as well as hitting the Alolan Ninetales for some heavy damage. So we're going to go ahead with the big Fire Blast and see what our opponent wants to do. I didn't realize that Volt Switch was going to do so much damage. We probably could have taken it out. Like would Spirit Shackle have done that much? I'm not sure, but it's possible we could have just two-hit this thing with the Turkey and been right along with that. But we're in here with the corn. My opponent's taken a while to make their move. I don't know. Oh, just going to go for the Spirit Shackle again. Hopefully we land this Fire Blast. And Decidueye goes down, which is great for us because it also gives us the special attack boost, but at the same time, he can kind of just go right into Alolan Ninetales, and that pretty much scares us out because a big Moonblast, I think it gets Moonblast, a Moonblast will absolutely take us out with the 4 times effective damage, so we're not going to want to stay in if he goes into Ninetales. I think we could live a hit if he goes into Komodo. So that's also a possibility since we are both dragon types. I don't think that's the best move on my opponent's part though. I think it's pretty easy to just go into Alolan Ninetales as it will absolutely outspeed Guzzlord here. If that happens, it's probably going for the Moonblast. We don't exactly have a lot to take on fairy type hits, but I'd probably just head right into Pyukumuku. Because Pyukumuku takes it on both sides, and if need be, can just Baton Pass, take the next hit. If it lives it, Baton Pass into something. If not, it's kind of just done its job, and we can, after that, kind of just go into whatever we want. Again, my opponent's taking a long time to go ahead and make their move, and I don't know why. Seems like there's basically kind of just 2 choices here. The great thing about Beast Boost, Guzzlord was putting in some serious work in one of the games I played before recording because I was able to fire off some Draco Meteors, and if it gets the kill, it, like, obviously Draco Meteor drops my special attack a lot, but if it gets the kill, we get some of that back because of Beast Boost and special attack being my highest stat, which is definitely cool because, you know, it kind of allows me to fire off a little more Dracos than I would be able to with a normal Pokemon. And my opponent has 30 seconds left. I don't know if they're coming back or if something happened to them. 20 seconds. I hope they're not just... I've never had someone on Showdown just try and stall the timer, so I doubt that's what's going on, just to like make me quit. They have 10 seconds. We're going to see if they get back in time. If not, we can count that as our first win here on our very first live. And look at that. We get our first win after our opponent disconnects, goes inactive. So I'll take it. A win is a win is a win. And it's good to start off our first live with a nice win. Even if this is kind of a silly team for the Thanksgiving holiday. Still a lot of fun. And we are right into our next battle. I definitely see, crap, what's that thing called? I can never remember that one's name. The Ultra Beast. I can definitely see the Ultra Beast being a lead. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to go with the mashed potatoes because, oh, he's going to lead right with Silvally. And I believe that looks like normal type Silvally. Because I do think it changes colors here on Showdown too, if it's not. So I've never been up against a Silvally before, and I don't really know what it wants to do. I guess I'll just scout and fire off an Earth Power. Okay, so it's just going to U-turn. I don't think he has anything that is immune to the Earth Power, so we're going to get off a nice hit here on something. It probably don't do too much damage to whatever he brings in, but it's still nice to get off the hit, and that U-turn did 0. So we're going to be in nice shape going into this, and I'm going to go ahead and start the timer, but my opponent's moving. So we get a nice Earth Power there, and Delmise is going to come in. Delmise is a Ghost Grass type. We're at 106 speed, and it gets up to 196 speed. Of course, that's its highest speed, and I don't think people run speed on Delmise. I think we can just take this thing... That was a resisted hit, and this will be a super effective hit, and I think we can just take this thing out with the Shadow... Yep. So, Delmise is going to go down to a Shadow Ball, which is great for us because that is one threat gone. If you watch my top 10 non-legendary, non-Tapu, non-Ultra Beast Pokemon in Sun and Moon video, you'll know that I had Delmise on that list because it can be a threat, definitely in the right situation. Silvally's going to come back in, and just like the first time, I don't really know what he wants to do this time for bringing it back in, so we're just going to fire off another Earth Power. Okay, he's rocking up with Shadow Claw, which isn't really going to do that much to us, honestly. I'm not feeling scared of this thing at this point, so I'm going to hit Earth Power again. He can Shadow Claw all he wants, unless he gets the crit, which, you know, is a possibility with Shadow Claw. He won't be able to take us out, and we can just finish this thing off with another Earth Power. You might want to switch it out. I don't really see any reason to. He'll just be taking another hit when he could be pretty much making my mashed potatoes here worthless. But, you know, I do not know exactly what my opponent... And he's going to go into Beware. I don't really get that play because Beware... What can Beware do to me? Maybe it gets like Crunch, but Beware's really strong on the... especially defensive side, but really not so much on the... I mean, really strong on the physically offensive side, but not as much on the specially defensive side. So, I think I'm just going to hit Earth Power again. He's going to go for an Earthquake. That's not going to do too much, and we are just going to miss out on that KO, which is disappointing. His Earthquake did 28%. It's possible that this is a roll, but I feel pretty safe just hitting Earth Power again. And we're going to live with 3, and down goes the Beware, so that's another threat taken out. Basically, at this point, mashed potatoes is pretty much worthless, which is kind of upsetting because it was our answer to that Ultra Beast that I can't remember. And if we tried to save it, I'm pretty sure that thing outspeeds us. I'm not 100% sure. He brings in Golisopod, most likely about to go for the first impression, understandably. We don't really have an answer for that. We could go into the stuffing. I kind of want to keep this around because I'm not sure. Actually, I can look this up right now if I had another window. I don't. I kind of want to look up the speed, but I don't really know. Here, let me go to the team builder real quick, and we are going to check and see what the speed is for that Ultra Beast. Still can't remember its name, so we're just gonna kind of have to look for it. We're wasting time. We're wasting time. The timer is quickly rolling down. Oh my gosh, where is it? There it is. It'll let go. It hits 103 base speed, which is probably going to be more than Palisand. Yeah, we have 35. So, okay, that thing's absolutely going to speed us, so I don't feel too bad about just sacking Palisand at this point. Okay, he goes right for the liquidation. I feel pretty safe going into the turkey right now. The only thing that really wants to take a Thunder is Drampa. And actually, I think I'm just going to Volt Switch here. He can go into Drampa if he wants and take this hit pretty well. Or he can just stay in with Golisopod. I'm not sure if Golisopod drops to a Volt Switch. I know it would do it. Okay. He goes into Drampa. That's a resisted hit and does a lot of damage still, thanks to that big... what is the word for it? I don't know. But I think we can bring in the Corn here. We hit 122 speed, and I don't think he'd have any speed investment. Again, nothing wants to really take a Draco Meteor from the Corn here. So we're going to go ahead and fire it off. And Drampa is going to go down. Beast Boost is going to get us a little bit of that special attack back, like I was saying before. We're still going to be one stage down. This is definitely going to be coming through with the first impression. I'm just going to go right into the stuffing. At this point, yeah, we can take that hit. I don't know what he wants to do. We can set up a curse and just Baton Pass, though, I believe. He can't really hit, he can hit us with a Leech Life, I guess, which does a little bit less than first impression, so it's not particularly scary to us. He's gonna go out to Silvally. I don't know what Silvally wants to do, but we're just gonna click Baton Pass, honestly. Or we could just Toxic. But then again... yeah, we're gonna Baton Pass. Okay, he's gonna return. That's gonna do literally nothing. And we're going out into 8 too much. Basically, we're just gonna click Body Slam. Actually, Crunch will hit if he wants to go into... no, we're gonna click Body Slam. Okay, he's gonna hit us with that return. Again, it's not gonna do too much. And down goes Silvally. We could see the Ultra Beast. Yeah. We are rocking out with Earthquake, so as long as he can't take us out in one hit, we'll be able to take this thing out. Take this thing right out, which will definitely be helpful. He's not going to be able to take us out. He does get the poison. It's not going to matter too much. That crit did not matter. We are at 1.5 times, and that is a 4 times effective attack. He can, at this point, go into this and just click First Impression, which is absolutely, I believe, going to take us out, even at 1.5 times defense. Actually, no, we're going to hang on and live that and get off a big Body Slam. Golisopod has a ton of physical defense, though, so it's going to live that. It's not going to matter because we just go right into the turkey and don't want to risk missing the Thunder, so we just click Volt Switch and get the win. So that's going to be the game. I'm going to want to throw him a GG right there. There's nothing he can do at this point. Even if he has Sucker Punch or Aqua Jet, it's not going to matter. And down goes the Golisopod. So that's a nice 4-0 win there. We get the GG from my opponent. Nice sportsmanship. And another win for the, Why is my team not... there we go. Another win for the Thanksgiving team, which is awesome. I did not expect this team to do all that well. And I'm really glad that it is performing out here. So I think we're going to get another battle or two. Obviously, this has been a lot of fun. I'd like to do more Pokemon Showdown lives in the future if you all are up for that. But again, if you're not, we'll see where things go from there. But this team is looking very powerful. I usually lead with the Turkey, but he is packing that Alolan Marowak, which absolutely walls me just entirely. So I don't think he'll lead with it, but he might just switch out and do it. Oh, that was a really powerful team, and they're just going to forfeit. So I think it's possible my opponent just saw my team and kind of thought it was a joke. I don't know. kind of weird stuff happens on the ladder, but hey, you do what you do. So we're gonna head into our next battle, and this team is definitely interesting. I am glad I'm packing a grass type because I am not a big fan of the gosh, what's it called? The Gastrodon. But he does have the immunity in the Gastrodon to my electric type attacks. We're actually going to lead the mashed potatoes. Okay. Not a fan of Frostlass. It's very possible that it just goes for the Destiny Bond here. It could be Sash as well. I'm going to go ahead and Shadow Ball. If it's just straight up Destiny Bond, it'll take me out. It might be Trick. But I want to see if it's Focus Sash to... Okay, so he's just going to go right for the... Okay. He's going to get the freeze right off the first Ice Beam. Alright. There's really... Okay. And he's setting up hazards. Awesome. Obviously, I'm a little upset by that, but I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm not going to let it get to me. Despite it being super effective, with the Assault Vest, I do believe Guzzlord's going to be able to take the hit here. And we're just going to go ahead and fire off a Dark Pulse. Yeah, that did 0. Doesn't get the freeze this time, which is great. It is going to be Focus Sash, and I think we might be seeing a... Destiny Bond coming here. So I'm going to go out to the stuffing, predicting that. Yeah, so we are going to get the Destiny Bond going. Fortunately for us, I predicted that. And we're actually just going to click Toxic. If he wants to switch out. Oh, he's going to taunt us. He's going to taunt us. We don't have any attacks to prevent that. I also am not packing any priority on this team. I'm just realizing now. So we're not going to want to struggle. We're just going to head out into our Snorlax here, as he's going to set up more spikes. We're not packing any hazard removal. Like I said, this team is just a, haha, we're going to click Crunch, and he's going to Destiny Bond. I was hoping you might think we had some kind of status on Snorlax. I don't know if it gets Toxic or whatever, but he's just going to play right through that and take us out. So, at this point... I could see him going into Nihilego. Honestly, I don't know what he's going to try and go into, and I'm just going to go into the Cranberries. He's going to go right for the Metagross, which is fine. I think we can live a hit. And we're just going to U-turn out of there. I think this one's going to be an L for us right now, but we're going to play our best. Even so, and he gets the attack boost on the... Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I don't know what we can do from here, honestly. The Corn's not going to be able to take a hit at this point. It's possible. I don't know what this thing packs, but a 1.5 times... what's the move? Bullet Punch is definitely going to be doing a lot of damage. We're just going to go for the Dark Pulse. Oh, he's got Hammer on. Okay, he's going to lower his speed. That's good. But Bullet Punch, again, is going to take out everything we have. So it's looking like this one's going to be an L for us right now. We're just going to try our best, go for the Thunder. He's got Bullet Punch, I'm sure, though. If not, we could somehow still be in this, as Thunder is going to take it out. So the Turkey pulls through. We're sitting at 4-3 right now. It's not exactly an L at the moment. I believe we outspeed Nihilego. Yeah, we hit 359, unless it's Choice Scarf, which I've never seen. We outspeed. So we're just going to Volt Switch on out of there and head right into the stuffing. Because we don't want Serena taking a big hit. And the stuffing... Okay, it's going to be Life Orb. I think we're just going to Baton Pass back into the Turkey. Because... this thing will outspeed us and hit us with something. Okay, and then the Turkey will just be able to come through and hit it with... I'm scared now, though, because he does have the Electric Immunity in the back, and I really think he's going to try and pull it out right now. Does the cranberries die to spikes? I believe so. We're at 16.1%. I'm not sure how much spike stacks. We're gonna go out into the cranberries, see what happens. Yep, spikes takes us out. As expected, he went to Gastrodon. I could have predicted that. All we've got is the turkey. Gastrodon's very specially defensive, so I didn't know that spikes were going to take out Serena. Otherwise, that would have been a really good play on my part because I could have trop kicked, taken out Gastrodon, or gotten damage on anything they wanted to bring in. As it stands, we're just going to have to fire off a Dazzling Gleam. It's not going to do over half, and this thing's going to take us out. Oh, it's going to Toxic. Doesn't really matter. And our Electric Terrain's gone. We're going to Dazzling Gleam again. It's all we can do at this point. And drop to a Scald. And then, obviously, the Stuffing dies upon re-entry to the Hazard. So I'm going to throw a GG to my opponent. That was a good game. They definitely had a strong team. I think we could have played a little bit better. The freeze at the beginning, I'm going to say it mattered. Because otherwise, we would have gotten that thing down to its sash and only would have lost one Pokemon to it as opposed to losing two. It just would have made the battle completely different, but that is what it is. I'm gonna try and get one more game because we don't want to go out at a loss here on this Thanksgiving holiday. So let's see if we can get one more game in. Hopefully get a win. If not, it's still been a fun live, and I hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. So we're gonna see. Just straight new Pokemon, which I'm a fan of. I only brought the Snorlax. Other than that, my whole team is new stuff because obviously that's what's fun to play around with, fun to see here. I could definitely see him going right with the Alolan. Why can't I go the Alolan Golem because it will be able to get rocks up. We're gonna predict that. We're gonna go right into mashed potatoes here. I don't see any ground immunities, so we're just safe to go right for the Earth Power as he Stealth Rocks. That was pretty predictable. This might be like a... No, it's not like a Sucker Punch set. Oh, it could be a Sucker Punch set, actually, but we're just going to click Shadow Ball because if he wants to switch out, it hits the rest of his team really hard. He's going to Earthquake, that's not going to do much. And he's actually a Life Orb, which is interesting for a setup kind of Pokemon like that. We're seeing an Executor come through. I'm going to guess he's running some kind of speed on it because otherwise Shadow Ball will do a lot of damage. Actually, it's Grass Dragon. What am I saying? It's Grass Dragon now, so that's not going to do a lot of damage. He's probably coming through with a Grass-type attack. Serena doesn't really do that well in this matchup. We could try... We could try a Play Rough, actually. So if he goes for the Grass-type attack, we'll... yeah, we're going to eat that pretty well. And we're just going to go right for the Play Rough. Oh, we could have U-turned. I like the Play Rough, I think. And that's going to do a nice chunk of health there, so I like that. Dragon Hammer, we're going to see. Not going to do too much to Serena, and we're free to click that Play Rough one more time. If he switches something out, okay, he's going to go to Merrick, and we're actually going to miss the Play Rough, which is not great. Probably going to see the Fire-type attack coming through. We could go right into the Stuffing, which we are going to do. As he goes for the Flare Blitz, we're going to resist that, take it on pretty well. And we're just going to not curse, we're going to Baton Pass. Stuffing's just a great way to take a hit and then take the next hit and then Baton Pass into something, so it kind of gets switch initiative. We see Raichu coming through. I believe the Corn just takes this thing on. It might have a Fairy-type attack, but with the Assault Vest, we'll be able to take it no matter what. And, he could go into his Alolan Muck, but... Or his Ninetales, if he see... I don't know what he's going to want to do here. I think it's safest just to go for the Dark Pulse. Ninetales could obviously come through, Muck could come through as well, but he's just going to Discharge, which is going to do nothing. Dark Pulse is only going to take him down to 2%. I really thought that would get the KO. And now, I think it's just best to, if he goes into Ninetales, Draco's not going to do that much. If he goes into Muck, it'll be... I mean, if he goes into Ninetales, Draco's not going to do anything. Fire Blast has a chance of missing, though, which is what I'm afraid of. I'm just going to Sludge Wave. Okay, he's just going to go right for the Discharge again. I think he's hoping for the Paralysis, but he's not going to get it. And we're going to head up to a 1.5 times special attack. He's very free to go into Ninetales right here, though, and it'll most likely be able to take us out with a Moonblast, even with our Assault Vest. It definitely outspeeds us. I'm trying to think if I want to save the Corn for anything. I mean, it takes on Alolan Marowak pretty well, as well as... I don't know if it would do too well against Executor. If we sack this, we can... What do we really have for Alolan Ninetales? I'm going to click Sludge Wave. Pray that somehow we live this Moonblast. We're not going to live it. It's 4 times effective. I was hoping with that big HP stat we'd have a chance, but that is not going to be the case. So, at this point... What do I want to do? We can go to the Turkey and click Volt Switch, and just kind of, I think we can feel pretty safe sacking Serena after that. So we're going to click Volt Switch here, get some damage off on this Ninetales. Yeah, it's good damage. Okay, it's Citrus Berry, interesting. And then I feel pretty safe sacking the Cranberries. And Cranberry's going to go down to an Ice Beam, but we're going to head right back into the Turkey. And... I don't know how I feel, because it's possible he's just rolling with the Alolan Executor, which will eat this hit. Then again, we can go into the Stuffing and play around from there. Yeah, we're just gonna... Oh, and we miss our Thunder! Awesome! That's the risk of playing with moves like Thunder, though, you know? We are going to hit the next one, though, and that's a big threat gone. Unfortunately, our Turkey's going to drop as well. I think it's best to just go into the Stuffing because, like I said, it'll be able to take a hit and Baton Pass into, you know, whatever wants to come in afterwards. Marowak gets 85 to 207. I think Mashed Potatoes is going to be able to outspeed this thing and take it out with a Shadow Ball if we need it to. So... I am going to just go for the Baton Pass. As it's Shadow Bones, that's not going to be able to take us out. And we're going to go into the Mashed Potatoes. Shadow Ball hits 2 of the things on his team really well, but Earth Power actually hits those 2. And I doubt he would switch into Executor at this point, so I'm actually just going to Earth Power. As he Shadow Bones, I did not expect him to be faster. We're in a little trouble now. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie. Yeah, so I think we lose this one. We can click Earthquake. That's really our only move here. As he's gonna Flare Blitz. Earthquake is not gonna take him out. We can go into the Stuffing, but I don't think the recoil will be enough to take him out. Especially with Rocks up, because Rocks will do a good amount as well. It'll actually take me out. So we kind of just got Earthquake here. I didn't realize that would do so little. I might have tried Cursing if I'd known that. So we're going to see that drop, but he's free to switch in Executor or Muck, both of which I believe will take me out. Yeah, so in comes Muck. We're just going to go for the Earthquake again. He's going to crunch away. It's not going to take us out, but he's going to get the Poison Touch. And we are going to drop after all is said and done. I definitely should have cursed earlier in the battle. That was a misplay on my part. I'm going to throw him a GG. I definitely should have cursed earlier with Snorlax because I didn't realize that everything was going to be so physically offensive. And we would have had a better chance of taking the rest of his team on. But this was a bit of a silly team. I was just playing around with some things. I wanted to do something special for Thanksgiving. So that's going to be it for today. So remember to go ahead and like, subscribe if you enjoyed. Leave a comment, tell me what you thought. And that's about it for me. So this has been The Geek Theorist. Until next time.